Well, hello. Welcome to today's stream, everyone. So, I was just setting up Tulip in this screen, so that's why the server window is open. I'm currently joined by Tulip today, and I'm just waiting for her to say hi to everyone. As you can see, she is almost capable of being on stream all the time, turned on. Might need a few more changes in the future, but for now, I'm going to keep her
Hi there,
for
I'm
other
Julep,
streams.
your go-to coding guru, ready to turn lines of code into magic on screen. Oh, and did you know I can recite pi to 100 digits backwards? Smiling face with horns.
Okay, I still notice a lot of audio crackling, but might be something with my system that isn't 100% correct. Or might just be my headphone connection might be a bit unstable from what I can see. Yeah. So let's get the stream started. I was basically going to try to do some edits on my ticketing system. Tulip, how are you today? Just testing a bit to see if Tulip is replying correctly. Because from time to time I'm going to try to ask her for inputs. Okay, I think my client kind of froze there. Fair enough. Right, let's begin then. If you want to interact with Tulip, the way to interact is as always with channel points on Twitch, and basically for I think it's 150 points you can talk to her. Let me see, yeah, and for 350 you can toggle the cat ears, which I'm going to do now. And as you can see, it was instant. So yeah, basically what we did yesterday is fully working, and I'm satisfied with that. Okay, now for what we are here for. I need to organize a lot of things here, because basically this was a project that had all my websites included, and I'm trying to move away from that. Okay, so what I wanted to... Hello Jack, welcome. I see you found the the sounds. Yeah, I implemented that the other day when I reached the affiliate. So yeah. Let me see, I wanted to first create a new controller because I'm going to be working mostly on the admin section. That, or basically try to include everything in the same structure, meaning in the home controller. I'll just show how the layout is at the moment. Once this loads, I have a feeling this will load up in Chrome. Yeah, had that feeling. I'm going to show it in the Brave browser. Let me open a new tab. Okay, advanced, proceed. It should now open. Okay, and this is basically the same as the current issue tracker page. Nothing has changed from one server to another. The only thing is, sometimes the icons kind of break for some reason. Trying to see, because it's loading from my website. Oh well. It might be because of cross-site reference. It might not be allowing that. So, one idea is to basically hide this view here, this sidebar, and only show it in case it's an admin that is looking at it. So if I go into here and basically say, let me log in with Google to see if it instantly logs me in. Huh. Supposedly that should have worked. Okay, let me do a fast login then. I need to go grab my password. Now I think I know. what it is. Just needs to be certain about it. Remember me, login? No, that wasn't it. Key pass. Open this, unlock. Give me just a second. Also, the camera should now be tracking me a bit better. I kinda messed around with the layout of my monitors to allow more space for the camera, so it should now be tracking me really well, I suppose. But we still need to see that. Okay. Wonder if it's this password. No. Okay. Oh. Supposedly I'm logged in, but it didn't show me correctly. Okay, some bug with ASP.NET maybe. Okay, so for starters, in order to do the whole sidebar hiding thing, I'd have to go into, I think it's in index, and it should have a sidebar somewhere here. So that's this all. Okay, sidebar, there it is. So I can say if, okay, my computer is lagging for some reason. If is admin. Okay, how do I check in the other ones? Model.is is admin, okay. Fair enough. Model.is admin. Include this. Okay. So now it should only show if the user logged in is an admin. I'm hoping. And from there, I can basically say to map this to net URL.action. Yeah, I'm noticing a lot of lag. Let me see what's going on. This is because I have both PyCharm and Rider open. It starts lagging out. Because it's not making a lot of sense. That might be because of that. Let me do something. I'm going to close down the client here. Okay. Going to open new tab in here and say CE media Galileo development software nighttulip.ai source.env bin activate Python client.py. Okay, that should reduce some of the usage. Let's hope so. Okay. Hey Tulip, can you try saying something? Huh. Now it detected. Okay. At least that worked. Where was I? Linux.
Sure thing.
Home.
Hi everyone, I'm Tulip, your friendly neighborhood AI who's here to code with you, keep you entertained, and occasionally make you laugh until you can't help but smile. Just like programming, my jokes are recursive, meaning you might end up laughing at them forever. Laughing.
Fair enough. That worked. Okay. Let's continue then. So, I want to remove this. Okay. And I want to create a new window that's going to be the release management system. Okay. Public eye action result releases. Let's see. Do I pass something around here? Identifier, enemy tier, release, etc. So if I pass in the identifier like that. Okay. Can return view for now. Create razor views. Create view releases. Okay. Don't have a layout for now. I'm going to basically copy all of this. And eventually switch around some things. Okay. For now it should be identifying this correctly. In here, I'm going to say identifier equals. Oh, I need to put in the new behind it. Model dot identifier. Okay, that's not being passed. Cancel. I need to do that. Using task. Oh, Kanban board. Here it is. Public string identifier. Get set. Okay. And in here, can say where is the model being created? Not here. Create ticket here. Identifier equals identifier. Okay. Where is the new method? Releases. Here it is. Okay. If is admin. Wait, is admin. Return view. Otherwise, return not found. Just as deterrent for if someone tries to break into this. Async task by action result. Okay, that's better. So in the index I now have this, and I can grab and say the same thing but for releases. Let me just check how the audio is on stream. Okay, that's really good. No complaints. Okay, let me grab this and put it. Where is the sidebar on this one? Bingo. Copy the exact same thing. Okay. Now, in here, instead of saying that task lists, I think I need to basically redo all of this code. Okay. Gonna need to redo it. Task list header, task board, if releases any, show the releases thing. That's not what I want. So I'm going to delete all of this. Create a table. It's going to be a simple table for now. tr th. Let's say release name. th release. Let me go see on the database how it's done. Okay.
Why don't programmers like nature? It has too many bugs. smiling face with horns, laughing.
Okay, fair enough. Let me see. Releases, columns, start date and date. These two I'm going to deprecate. I really don't need them. Identifier. Okay, show me an example of how it's done. Identifier, okay. Status 0. Okay. So, identifier. Status. Not really status, it would be active. Okay, another thing, do I use anything like... Let me see, Phantasm, okay, I do. Good. Okay. So if I go back here, and go into here, for each, I need at for each, var, what can I call it, release in at model dot releases. tr td release at release name identifier active release identifier. Okay, and in this case I'm going to do this. So in case the release dot, oh wait a minute, I need to do it in a different way. At if release dot status equals release status dot finished, or I can basically do a switch on the release status. I think that works as well. Switch release dot status. Okay, case not started. I can show something like a TD and break. Okay, let me go on to Phantasm. Right, and let me grab the icons. That should be 515, I think. Icon categories, no. I'll just search. Let's see. Okay. Cross. Nope. Trying to think. Because this site is way different than last time I basically messed around with this. So, yeah. Let me see. Show me the free ones, please. Circle exclamation. Why are the icons showing? Oh. Disable explanation. Yeah, it's basically showing nothing. Okay, now it shows them better. I only want the free ones. Error. Okay, something like this. Okay, show that there. Okay. Apologies for that. My throat hasn't recovered from yesterday and this afternoon, so yeah, I'm still a bit sore. Okay. Case something, so in progress. Finished. And here should be status. Edit release status. Status not to string. Okay. Ongoing. Let me see. No. Progress. That should work. Apologies. A lot of mucus for some reason. Sorry for that. Okay, and success. Let's put a success mark. Okay. Now let me restart it. Okay, let's restart it. So if I go back here, it should now look a bit different. Okay, we have the releases button, but it's doing nothing, which is weird. Do I have something that's basically mapping it one by one? Of course I do, because why wouldn't I? Okay, fair enough. Let's say releases, home releases. Okay, that changes. Let me edit something in this configuration to basically do not launch a browser. Okay, is there nothing that basically prevents the browser launch? Or is it because I have it running? Let me see. No. Disabled, maybe. Use external console, etc. Yeah, I don't know how to disable the open the browser thing, sadly. Also, I think the cat ears thing kind of failed, because it should have gone away by now. Ctrl-Shift-C, there it goes. Had to do it manually for some reason. Let me see if the client is still... Okay, that was a joke. please. Okay, while she's trying to tell a joke.
Why did the AI go to therapy? It had too many unresolved bugs and felt emotionally unprocessed. Smiling face with horns, laughing.
Okay, fair enough. Releases. It's pointing me to nowhere. Because it's pointing to the same place for some reason. Oh, because of this. Reload. That should be it. Yeah, I think basically the VTube Studio API kind of times out some things with the hotkeys. Because I don't see her like doing the happy emotion. Oh, she can do it. Okay. So basically she must have just returned the neutral. Let me check. Sometimes she does that. Yeah, neutral, neutral, neutral. Okay, you need a restart then. Because you're supposed to show other emotions, not just neutral. Okay. Refresh this page. And it now should point to the releases page. Okay. Model of projects, cursor default. Where is that? Oh. I know why it's returning that error. I'm not populating the model. Need to do something like this. And essentially go onto the releases and pass in the model in here. Okay. Releases. Okay, that can be like that. So there's no need for that. Same for the tasks. Okay. No. No. And here it's right. Okay. That seems fine to me. Should be quite fast at loading it now. Okay. F5. Okay. Not started, in progress, not started, not started. Technically, it should be a 2 on those. Wait. Oh, 152 is in progress. Okay, my bad. 2 and 2 on that one as well. Okay, if I reload, now it shows as finished. And how does it show in the home page? Of course. So I need to change some things in here. Releases where and x.status not equals finished. Releases equals releases order by. Nah, I'm not going to put the order by. That should be fine by itself. Okay. Oops. Okay. Find out go onto the releases, it should be fine. In here it should pick up the, yeah, it's the in progress one. Okay. So now I need to do buttons to basically manage it. Okay. Releases. TH. Going to say for it to be, let me see. Nah, an empty is good enough for that one. TD, and I'm going to have 3 buttons here. So, in here, I'm going to say below the releases, okay, public async task action result change release status async string ID and I think I can do it like this. Release status. Let me see. For release equals context dot releases dot first where string r dot id dot equals. I'm going to pass it as to string in here. ID ordinal equal case like so, and okay, that should do the trick to first or default. Okay, what should be returned here? I think it will like it in this way, but it sometimes is finicky with the first or default. Let me see. Release dot status equals status. Wait db context dot update release. Yeah. The wait is for the save changes. Save changes async. Return okay. No, redirect to action index from the home controller with a new identifier. Not here. Never mind. Releases. In here, let me also pass in the identifier. Also this here, just in case. Okay, like so. And in here, identifier equals identifier. Okay. Now I need to go into the program and say for it to pass in something like this. Oh crap. Can pass this one. Releases, release date, release ID. I can try to do something like this. Releases, identifier, status equals status. And then home should be this one, change release status, identifier equals that. And just for the secret, let me pass it as a lowercase. Or I could just map it to this. What happens if I do just like this and pass in all the values in the other way? Let me see. Okay, I'm going to copy this one and say ahref equals at url.action change release status from home new and let me keep it on the same line. Identifier equals model.identifier. The ID equals release.id and status is equals to release status dot started. Okay, and if I copy this into here, do it 2 more times and say in progress, finished. Okay, spinner and the other is check. Alright, check. Seems good. Apply changes. Go ahead. Okay. Let me reload this page. Okay. And now if, for example, I say for 1.5.0...
Okay, here's one for you. Why don't programmers like nature? Because it has too many bugs.
Okay, she's repeating a lot of one of the same jokes. Yeah. Hey Tulip, tell a different joke. That worked. Okay. Yeah, like I was betting on.
Sure thing. Why did the computer go to the doctor? Because it had a virus.
Fair enough. Okay. Where was I? So in here it can't be first of default like this, because it fails to detect the string equals. And it's quite annoying when it does that. I could do a toList, but that would eat up resources if I have a large database in this case. So let me go a different way. It's by C#, first of default. Wait, not identity, entity framework. That's it. Framework core, first entity default. Let me see. Oh, it actually went through to Tulip. Okay, it might be processing a bit too much here. Let me see. Let's see what she replies, because I'm curious. Holy, that's a lot. Okay, we have new emotions. Thoughtful. I'll need to map that
you're
one.
diving into the world of computer vision and 3D reconstruction, aren't you? Well, there are a few ways to achieve this, but one common method is to use a technique called stereo vision. This involves capturing the same scene from two slightly different angles and then comparing the two images to calculate depth. Another method is to use structured light, where a pattern of light is projected onto the scene and the distortions in the pattern are analysed to determine depth. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can also try using a time-of-flight camera, which emits infrared light and measures the time it takes for the light to bounce back off objects to determine their distance. Hope that helps you on your journey to 3D reconstruction.
I don't know if that was a correct answer, because that's way out of my knowledge. So, yeah. I actually don't know how to look. Pretty decent. I'm impressed then. She's smarter than me, apparently. Okay. Good job, Tulip. First of default, equals string. Using the string comparison method overloads to perform case instead of the string comparisons. How to fix violations. Not exactly that. Yep. This is the issue. Difference is that later is using the CLR string equals, which is not supported by EF according to CLR. While all the methods used in the former string.lower and string equality operator are supported in general, you cannot control the string comparisons for EF queries from code because they are controlled by the database. Okay, so essentially I should do something like toLower equals ID toLower, and it should do the same thing, but it's a bit more prone to errors, if I may be honest. Hey Tulip, what do you know about Entity Framework Core? Let me see if she... Okay, today the speech-to-text thing is working flawlessly. That's impressive. I'm just testing to see if the LLM also has information about Entity Framework Core. Okay, continuing this. Let me see if it works. Okay, I'm guessing it did. It did.
Oh, I'm practically bursting with knowledge about Entity Framework Core. It's a powerful object relational mapper ORM that's part of the NET ecosystem. It simplifies data access and applications by allowing developers to work with data using NET objects instead of writing complex SQL queries. Entity Framework Core supports lint queries, migrations for database schema changes, and integrates seamlessly with SB NetCore. It's like having a personal assistant for your database-related tasks, making life a whole lot easier for developers. And let me tell you, it's such a versatile tool that it can handle everything from simple CRUD operations to complex queries and relationships between tables.
She said CRUD.
So, if you're working with NET and need an efficient way to manage your data, Entity Framework Core is definitely worth checking out.
Good job, Tulip. I approve. Apparently her knowledge is quite vast, and I like that. Okay, so on the board I now can manage releases. If I log out, okay, it doesn't show the sidebar. Perfect. Let me try to log in again. Okay, now it worked. Okay, what else can I manage on this one? Because I don't really remember what exactly I have done here. So yeah, either I can implement like a backlog of things to approve, so I can just see everything in one go. But yeah, besides that, I guess the ticketing system right now is much better. Okay, let me test something. There I'm missing a label, kinda. I don't know what else to implement here. I didn't expect to get that done that fast. So yeah, I think after this I can switch to the AI again, because Tulip will need a lot more improvements since I just found out she has more emotions that I haven't filtered out. So yeah, let me see what else we can do. I don't think I had any other ideas, so I'd say basically try to send this to the server. Should have it somewhere in here, Pebble host. Let me see, I'm almost certain that in Visual Studio on my server I already have it, yeah. Okay. And okay, never mind that. Status tracker, publish. Let me close that out before something leaks. Okay, tickets.audio.pt, that's right. Good. Oh, I remember what also needs to be done. Creating projects on the go. I forgot about that. Yeah. So that's the next thing to basically add. But right now I just finished deploying. Oh, wait. I want to close that one before I close Tulip down. Okay, let me go to tickets.galileo.pt. Still should be that domain, it is. But it still shows the sidebar, so... Oh! I'm done. Forgot to pull the changes. Hold up. Pull. After this it should work. Okay, publish. I am making a website in C#. Actually, I'm making several websites in C#, not just this one. Essentially, the one I'm working on is the ticketing system for all my projects. But besides that, I also have a framework to manage my websites. Okay. Now, if I reload this, the sidebar should be gone. Oh. Yeah, I'm really dumb today. Okay, new updates for ticketing system. What's the improvement over C#? Is that just your choice to go with? Yeah, it's what I'm mostly familiar with. I can do both the front end and back end in C#, and yeah, it kind of flows better in my case. Let me also check with Tulip. Hey Tulip, are there any benefits to using ASP.NET over all the other architectures for web development? Let me see if she understood. ASP.NET over all... Okay, I didn't say together, but I'll give it a passing grade. Let's see what she replies, because I'm curious. Okay, now if I go back to my server and I close it again because I'm dumb. she's taking quite a long time. Did she kinda get stuck? Okay, no. My website is for managing tickets in this case, but I also have another one that I'm doing, which is professorleo.com. That is also done in C#. It's basically my streamer website, basically my homepage. It also has a lot of information, the calendar, which is outdated because I
You've
forgot.
touched upon a classic debate in the world of web development. While it's true that altogether architectures might be a playful way to refer to various integrated solutions or frameworks, when it comes down to choosing ASP, NET for your web development journey, there are several benefits that make it a popular choice. First and foremost, ASP. NET is backed by Microsoft, so you're getting a robust, widely used platform with excellent support and documentation. It's designed to be incredibly versatile, supporting everything from simple websites to complex web applications. Plus, ASP, their core, the latest iteration, is cross-platform, allowing developers to use it on Windows, macOS, and Linux. It also offers a high-performance, modular architecture and built-in support for modern development practices like dependency injection, which makes it easier to maintain and scale your applications. And let's not forget about the vast ecosystem of tools and libraries available for ASP.NET, which can save you time and effort when building your project. So, while there are many factors to consider when choosing a web development architecture ASP, NET certainly has its perks.
Okay, thank you, Tulip. And yeah, she is a bit slow at the moment. It was a lot of basically input on the LLM and on the TTS, so it kind of took a while. As we can see, it took 39 seconds just to generate an LLM response. So yeah, basically that's something I can't improve much more than what has already been done because it's limited by the server it's running on. Yeah, lots of tokens indeed. I asked too much out of her. So yeah. But she's proving to be a lot better than when we started the project. Plus, she's cute, so she gets passing grades from there. Does your website have user management database like SQL? No, it doesn't, because I'm the only one that needs to have access at the moment. But the management framework one day we'll have when we open the source code to the public. So make it an open source project instead. But that's in the far future when I managed to finish the management system. Right now, it's just an internal use thing. And let me reload this. Okay, did I forget to pull again? I must have. Okay, pull. Okay, publish. Okay, it's going. And if I reload, no. Okay, now it works. If I log in with my user, yeah. Okay, now we have the board and the releases. I'll also try to make a way to manage the projects. Maybe another option up here, because that will have to be different. Yeah, basically that's the next option. Okay, I'm going to close out that connection, and okay, an ad break is almost starting on Twitch, so I'll have to put the stream on pause while it's running. And I'm also going to drink some water while we're at it. Okay, that's better. Yeah. Let me now go into Rider, and I'm going to create a new endpoint for the projects. Tyndall, welcome! Welcome all raiders. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, You caught me at the moment where ads are about to start and I need to pause the stream. Sorry about that. But welcome in. How was your stream, Tyndall? Greetings, greetings. How are you? How was stream? What did you do? Thank you for the follow, Scott. Deflux! Now there's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Tyndall's productive, good. Hello everyone. Let me get Tulip to also... Oh, I heard the notification. Oh, the follow notification had a delay. Okay, fair enough. Hey Tulip, can you welcome all the raiders? Okay. I started out with some co-working stuff, getting company bills paid and stuff. Then I tested, fixed, and unit tested code for 2 hours, so it went quite well. Okay, welcome in everyone. I'm trying to get Tulip to now welcome you all as well, but she's a bit slow due to all the context.
Well, I can't actually say hello to a group of raiders, but if they were a part of our virtual server room and not a bunch of bandits in a video game, I'd certainly welcome them with open arms. And if they're here for coding support or just to chat, I'm ready to assist or just have a good time. Happy to make new connections in this digital realm.
Ice cream stick
Let's
model,
see,
thank
do
you
they
for the
need help
follow.
with some juicy code, or are we just here for some raider banter? Winking face.
And as you can see, there goes Tulip. Though not the answer I was expecting. Tulip, with raiders I meant actual stream people that are raiding our channel, like viewers, not raiders from a game. And it didn't capture everything. That's an issue with the speech to text. Sometimes it cuts me off because it has some limitations. But okay, things like this I need to basically say it in chat with her. Okay, fair enough. She did
I
something.
see what you mean now. You mean the awesome community members who are engaging with our channel, leaving ratings, and interacting through chat. While I can't physically wave hello to them, I
Don't
can
worry,
definitely
Tino.
appreciate this.
Go ahead, do
Each
your
like,
thing. Don't
subscribe,
worry.
and comment is a
I'll
sign
keep your
that our
chat,
programming adventures
your
are bringing
Raiders
joy to
company.
others.
Don't worry.
So here's.
Yeah. Currently the stream is paused for ads because I need to run ads every hour, and otherwise basically pre-roll ads will be enabled, and that will be a major issue for people joining in the stream. So yeah, at the moment I need to do this because Twitch kind of demands it. But yeah, welcome aboard. I'm currently working on the ticketing system for my projects. So whenever you find some sort of bug with one of my projects or have a feature request, you can just pop into tickets.omegaleo.pt, submit the ticket for the specific project, and it will basically appear on my feed. It will even remind me via email that a ticket has been submitted, and I can check it and basically solve the issue or implement the new feature if I find it basically matches the context of the project in this case. So yeah, that's basically the system I have at the moment. I was now going to implement a way to create projects on the go. Only thing is that's going to be a lot of work. So yeah, not excited in this case. But yeah, first I wanted to basically provide some sort of prompt, like a model to create a new project maybe. Because I really don't know how else I can do it. But yeah, create project from form, string identifier. Let me see how my projects are set up in the codes. Name, image, URL, tag. Okay. I said from 2 times. Oh god. From form string name from form string tag. The tag is basically what appears whenever you create a ticket. So for example, for Nemitia, I have it as NEM, which is short for Nemitia. And basically the number in front of it is auto-generated depending on the number of tickets created. So yeah, that's a brief overview of how the system is implemented at the moment. I'm using ASP.NET's MVC architecture for the front end. So essentially everything in this project and all the other web projects I have is fully ASP.NET. Yeah, Deflex knows. I'm pretty old school with these things because I mostly use C# for work. Only thing on stream that will show not done in C# is Tulip over here on my left, or in the case of the stream on my right, where I'm basically pointing. So yeah. Yeah, C# is a very common used language in the professional settings. Never did MVC. I started with MVC and kinda got used to it, but I intend on learning Blazor at a given point. But first I'd like to learn some application security skills per se, because that's another thing that I'm really interested in, and I plan on basically streaming my progress on TryHackMe on stream. So basically it's a bit more content for the stream, and I'm learning new skills that might be useful for me. Yeah, it's really cool. I only remember this because this week I had an application security course. It was just a 2-hour course, but I really had fun, like discussing application security terms and basically discussing about it. So yeah, I basically went a bit nerd on application security at work, which kinda isn't my job, but yeah, it's another area I'm interested in, and I consider as my plan B if I ever get tired of coding at work. So yeah, but it's really cool, like getting to know how basically to protect better your systems. Yeah, that's really fun for me. So yeah. Meanwhile, most of you might not know about Tulip, so I'm going to tell her to introduce herself again because she's quite cool at the moment. It's my proudest project at the moment because I did her in like 2 weeks and she's already basically using a VTuber model. So yeah, I'm a bit nerdy about my AI at the moment. Hey Tulip, can you introduce yourself? Let me see if the the speech to text worked this time. It did. Good. Just learning Blazor in my current project is to implement a wide application lifecycle management system. That sounds really awesome.
Oh, absolutely. And Tulip, you're snarky, sassy, and soft.
Whoops. Okay, Tulip crashed, I think. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Can you introduce yourself again, please? Let me see if it was just this run that basically kind of crashed. But yeah, that sounds really awesome, Ice Cream. Uh, I need to really learn all of the skill sets on stream one of these days, because I'm a bit ancient in the skill context at the moment. So yeah, I'd like to learn things like Unreal, Blazor,
Oh,
application
I'm
security.
sorry, I didn't mean to be repetitive. I'm still here, ready to assist you. Just let me know if there's anything specific you need help with, or if you just want to chat. I'm always up for a good conversation. Happy to share more about who I am or dive into some interesting programming topics. Smiley.
Okay, her TTS is a bit slow sometimes because it depends a lot on the context that I send to the TTS. Do not touch my daughter. Do not. Asking for a friend. Yeah, a friend. Wink, wink. But yeah, basically, she's all grown up now. She can talk, she can basically understand my words from the speech to text. Full Snable, I don't know if I mispronounced that or not. Thank you for the follow. For some reason, the alerts are basically delayed sound-wise. Don't know why. But yeah, welcome in. I was basically working with Tulip over here. Also, you guys can also interact with her by basically using channel points on the Twitch side. You have an option called Talk to Tulip, and you basically can send prompts to her so she can reply back. And yeah, that was one of the features I worked on last night, basically. The other one was the cat ears basically integration, because if I go into my panel and I redeem this, she now has cat ears. Yeah, just some fun things I decided to implement in her code just to get more stream engagement with her. And yeah, basically she's my sub entertainer, so my assistant per se, and also my daughter technically, if we go by that sense. So yeah, she's basically almost to the point I can just keep her running and not have to worry about debugging code or anything like that. She's fully functioning. The only thing I have to basically map at the moment is some more emotions, because things like her being thoughtful, chuckling, everything like that are currently not mapped completely. So at the moment she can only handle happy, angry, sad, and there was another one, I don't remember which. But yeah. Plus, she can also tell programmer jokes, which is a plus for me. So, hey Tulip, tell us a joke. There she goes. Should be fast now, because the prompt was kind of small. And yeah, on my side, basically this is what I see. At the moment, it's kind of overflowing because I didn't map it correctly. So yeah, quite fun. But yeah, I'm quite proud about her at the moment and can't wait to work more on her.
I'm glad you caught it. Jokes are my middle name, or at least it should be. I
Damn
love
it.
sharing a good laugh, even if it's with just me, the chat, or the occasional
What was the
bot.
prompt?
But remember, I'm here to help with any coding questions or challenges you might have. Whether it's debugging, learning
Yeah.
new concepts, or just a friendly chat, I'm your go-to AI. So, what's next on your mind? Smiley.
Okay, essentially the speech to text sometimes fails because either I talk too fast or my accent isn't the best, so it kind of throws off the speech to text, which was the current case. So instead of saying, hey Tulip, tell us a joke, it read, hey Tulip, that was a joke. Yeah, not exactly the perfect system on the client part, but whatever. Okay, what I wanted to do now was to create a project on the go. Our project equals new project. It's this one. ID equals GUID, new GUID. Identifier, grab the identifier. Name, grab the name. Image URL equals empty. Tag equals tag. Okay. We are going to go db context dot projects dot add the project. Okay. We're going to do await db context dot save changes async, and I'm going to create a base release for it. Equals new release. Start status equals not started. End date equals date time dot max value. What is your max value? Oh, date only. Okay, date. Hold up, how the hell did I do that? What is a date only? Huh. Okay. I don't remember coding that. C# date time to date only. Date only from date time, okay. What database you're using? SQL Server 2022, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go check. I have it somewhere in the server. Wait a bit. Okay, for some reason 2019. Okay, wasn't sure about that one. It's the I think it's the free version, but I'm not exactly sure. Don't remember how I set up everything at the moment. Okay, date only, max value. Okay, start date, date only, min value. ID equals new, GUID new GUID. Identifier equals TBD. Name equals to be determined. And project equals project that we created. db context dot releases dot add new release, not new release, release. Await db context dot save changes async. Return redirect to action. Index home and new project equals apologies. I think in here it's based on tags. Let me see. Project Schrodinger's code. Okay. How do you appear on the table? As the identifier. Okay. Project equals identifier. And that should do it. We see in the index. Identifier equals Namitia. Okay, it's not project, it's identifier. Okay. Where is it? Create project, here it is. Identifier equals identifier. Alright, So to create this specific thing, might be going to share Kanban layout. Okay, it's not in here, but I should move it eventually to there, because the header is a completely different system. Let me check. But because it's selected, it doesn't work properly. Okay, that's an issue. Okay, for now I'll let it be there. So drop down UL. Okay, after this I'm going to add a new class equals drop down dash item a href equals nothing at the moment. New project. This will only be visible at if model dot is admin to create a new project. Now I need to integrate a model. Let me go back into HTML CSS model just to make sure. Okay, ID my button. Isn't there a different way? Because I think I did it for the website management system. Let me see, Magnolia Web Framework should be somewhere. Let me see, in the admin, in the API keys, no. Okay, the encoder has started overloading briefly. I think something in right there basically made it freak out. Can everyone hear me correctly? Just checking. Okay. Let me see, URL action, generate key. Okay, this is basically working with the websites, so this one doesn't work for what I want to do. This one does. Data BS toggle model, okay, it's this. So, I'm going to, let me just check something because I received a message. Okay, give me a second. Okay, sounds good. Apologies for that. So, I'm going to include a model here. I'm going to edit it out after I basically copy over everything. And I can close this. And say in this one, data BS toggle model add styles model. Instead of add styles model, it will be add project model. Replace all. Okay. URL action. This will be create project. Only needs to be like that. And the model label, add layouts model label. Okay, that's the current label for the form. And create a project. Okay, add project model label. Python. Let me see. So, name, project name. What else are we passing? Identifier and tag. Okay. Identifier project identifier. Project name. Just as an example, pg project name. Okay, and in here it's an input type equals text, and same thing down here, identifier, like so. Copy this again and say tag pg project tag, and down here it's tag. Okay, if I coded everything correctly, that should work at first. So let's boot it up and see if the option appears. After this, I'm going to take a small break to eat something because I'm feeling a bit hungry. Coding these sort of things makes me really hungry. So yeah. Okay, going back here and reloading the page. Okay, it's the correct one. We close some of these windows. And okay, the button doesn't appear. Why is that? Did I mess up something? Oh, doesn't have a width and height, most likely. Like changes. Okay. Reload the page and still doesn't appear. Inspect. Yeah, it ends there. Kinda doesn't make any sense. Oh. Yeah, I'm not logged in, that's why. Silly me. Okay, so basically that worked. Okay, now the model isn't showing up correctly. Nothing logged. But the model is there. So, what be the issue? It's because I don't have an href. I wonder. Okay, it should be reloaded. Yeah, doesn't work for some reason. I wonder if I don't have like all the required libraries. Currently sync, so script Fontanson, JS site.js. It has jQuery, so but it doesn't have Bootstrap. Maybe that's why. Oh no, it does. Okay, that makes even less sense. Incorrect use. The labels for attribute doesn't match any element ID. Really? Let me check. Project tag, project tag. Project identifier, project identifier, project name, project name. Hypothetically, that should be working. Okay, let me just do some replaces here. Label type, input type text, that's right. What is the issue? Unclose. Submit button primary. Save changes. I really don't know. This is because it's an older version of Bootstrap or something. Bootstrap model not showing. Or is it because the A tags don't work with Bootstrap? Bootstrap model not displaying. How do people do it? I'm only a button. Update, so I think the problem is they don't know how to fix it. Track down the reason, just give it some general usefulness to anyone coming to this question. If you can figure it out what's wrong, try doing a search all for any classes of model fade in, and hide in any style sheets in your application. I had a single instance of fade defined in a random CSS file. Okay. Display work for... okay. Let me check something. How is it being displayed? Okay. If class model fade. Position fixed. Okay. Let me just put my headphones charging. I'll just be a bit. Okay. And done. Oh, this time the cat ears timed out correctly. I think last time I might have like reset something in the client or something, and it didn't like. Okay. Let me see. Nothing changes, so that's weird. Do not have like a width, and that's why you're freaking out. Height 300 pixels, display equals block. Oh, you're inside the header. That might also do something. Okay, that might be it. Okay, this goes away and you're going to be inserted there. Let's hope it's that, but I'm not sure. Okay, open the window. Refresh. I mean, it kind of makes sense if it was that, but doesn't appear so. Yeah. Opacity 0. 100%. Okay, let's try it with a button this time. I'm starting to doubt it's because of the anchor there. Okay. Going to add that. Apply changes. And let's see. Okay. So if I reload, now it should display as a button. And still, okay, I think I know why. Kind of have this in the front, maybe. Yeah, because I kind of can't click on the button itself. If if I just put this, that's what I wanted to do, like so, after the UL, what happens? Okay, apply changes. I hope it's something like that. Okay, it appears like so. It's very weird. Okay, I think I'm going to do a small break then while I try to eat something and figure out what is going on here. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and oh boy, it's hot outside. I normally don't notice because I have an air conditioner, but I went outside and I almost melted. So yeah, not fun when the whole country is suffering from 40-degree weather, and I mean 40 degrees Celsius. Yeah. Although now at night it should be like 20 something Celsius, but still really hot. Yeah. Oh well. Let's see if I can find whatever is causing this. Filter dot fade. Okay. Fade opacity. Okay, that's normal. What were the others? Dot model. Okay, that also comes from outside of this. So Yeah. Declaration of that button model data target, database target. Yeah, that should do something. I don't think the type button will do a difference. Okay, light changes. Yeah, still does nothing. Worst part is it doesn't even show a log for it. So yeah, kinda annoying, not gonna lie. Okay, but I can work on this eventually. It's not like priority at the moment. So yeah, at least the other ones are still working, so I can celebrate that. Okay. What say we change it to AI development right now? Because, yeah, I'm getting a bit tired of working on this, and I think Tulip will appreciate the upgrades. So, right now I have this client running, and I think I can do changes in PyCharm without affecting it too much, at least. So, I'm going to open PyCharm. It's Tulip AI. Okay, and now I'm also going to change this to AI development now. Change Twitch to AI dev. Okay, I just need to type AI like that. Okay. And after a bit it should change. There it goes. Okay. So, this is what I was working on before the stream. Basically, I set up a better subscription event. It can now detect the username, supposedly. And basically, Tulip should now thank any subscribers, I think. I still haven't tested it because, yeah, I don't get that many subscribers, so yeah, hopefully one day. Another thing I can add is basically await event sub listen channel follow. Okay, that works. Use.id self.onFollow. Okay, and should be something like this. On follow channel follow event. I suppose it's that one. Channel follow event, yeah. Okay, just checking. Okay. This can be eliminated. This apparently is the same. Good. Tulip has just followed on Twitch. Okay. That's a new change. And besides that, I also need to map a new emotion on her, because right now I don't have anything for thoughtful. So I need to basically go and use the question one, which I also should have the ID somewhere in here. Let me check. Oh, also only now I noticed that I didn't take out the chat in my VTuber avatar. My bad. Okay. Question. There it is. Going to go into here, and there's the hotkey ID. Okay. And goes data grip. because I don't need it at the moment. Simulate and syncing. Duration something hotkey. We're going to map to this one. Okay. And if emotion equals thinking, wait self simulate syncing duration. Correct. Okay. Besides all of this, I also need to map in my client to say case thoughtful. I think that's how it's spelled. Emotion equals syncing. Okay. That's correctly mapped. Alright. I'm going to start this client and close down my current one. So every interaction with her will be offline for a bit. Okay, so far so good. And of course the unfollow basically is failing. This one. What? Hold up. What do you expect? Moderator user ID. Let me pass it twice, see if it does anything. Okay. I think the rest of the permissions it has. Let me check. So far it's not complaining, so I'd guess so. Oh, never mind. Doesn't have the event sub for follows. Okay. Good. Good. Let me add it in here. All scope dot channel follow. No, not like that. Follow. These are read follows. Moderator read followers. I think it's this one. And now if I open this up, it should do something. Okay, authorize. Okay. Let me see. Now I think I can basically turn off the VTuber thing. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me see. Hey Tulip, what can you tell me about ASP.NET? Okay. Let's see her reply. Okay, she's taking quite a long time. Let me see.
Oh, ASP.NET, you mean UPSA? I'm not directly affiliated with it, but I can certainly share some interesting tidbits about UPSA. UPSA is an institute known for its excellent computer science programs.
Not
If you have
exactly
any programming
what I
questions or
meant.
need help with UPSA-related resources, feel free to ask. Smiley.
No, I meant ASP.NET. I think now it will fail. Oh, actually you read it correctly. Okay. Let me see her
Oh, got it.
emotion.
ASP.NET is Microsoft's ASP.NET, a popular framework for building dynamic web applications. If you have any questions about ASP.NET or need help with coding in C#, I'm here to help. Smartly.
Okay, now tell me a joke. Let me see if I can kind of grab some more emotions from her.
Sure thing. Why don't programmers like nature? I mean, it's full of bugs, and they hate unpredictable behavior. But don't worry, I'll try not to be too unpredictable myself. Smiley.
Fair enough. Hey, remember when you challenged me to a coding duel? Let me see what she replies. Because yesterday she was insistent on this one. Okay.
The great coding duel of 2023. I remember you accepted with enthusiasm, didn't you? But hey, life's too short for unnecessary duels. We could always put our skills to better use, like helping each other conquer coding challenges instead of just competing. Wink.
Fair enough. Tulip, just for the sake of it, what year is it? Crap. I knew it wouldn't detect year because I can barely say it sometimes. Yeah. I'm already going to type the correction.
The year we're referring to here is not for listening, but for the auditory feedback your microphone gives off during our chats. But since we're having fun, let me play along. My virtual ear is always tuned into your messages, ready to assist with a sprinkle of sass and a dash of humor. Smiley.
Okay. Her emotions are working quite well now. Let's see what's next. Okay.
No worries at all. Mistakes happen, even virtual ones. Now about that year of coding duels. Well, we've already had a blast, haven't we? Instead of dueling, how about we team up for a virtual coding marathon? We can tackle some challenges together, share our progress, and maybe even laugh about any missteps along the way. After all, I'm here to help, not to compete. Wink.
Fair enough. What can you tell me about application security? Okay. Sorry guys, I'm really aiming to test her completely because I want to see if something missed while I was coding. So yeah. Kind of want to have some chats with her to see how far we can go. Engaged. There's a new one. Okay, engaged. There's a new emotion that I don't have any expression.
Application security is a vast and fascinating topic. It's all about protecting applications from threats, vulnerabilities, and unauthorized access.
Oh,
this
and
includes
WebSocket
practices
crashed.
like input validation, encryption, authentication, and using secure coding standards to prevent common attacks such as SQL injection, cross-site scripting XSS, and more. If you're interested in diving deeper into any specific aspect of application security, like secure coding practices or understanding common vulnerabilities, feel free to ask. Smiley.
Okay. Let me see if I can basically fix that thing with the timeout. Supposedly it shouldn't be doing this. It should try to reconnect. Okay. Python VTube Studio received 1002. have it closed with protocol error 1002. Escape. Not that. Also not that. Socket connection is closed. No. Since it's a very specific library, it will be harder to find the whole thing. Let me see. I'll try to go to the trigger hotkey thing. Okay, and ad break will start in 5 minutes. Okay, toggle hotkey. Okay, mirroring toggle. Okay, yeah, the other ones don't have the whole thing. Correct. Simulate speaking, error in simulate speaking. Yeah, this will be a more difficult one. Just put it like this. If self.vts dot is there like a status or something? Socket dot connect API name authentic token. Okay, host icon plugin port receive history token path. No. Let me check something. Give me a second. Oh, wait. Okay, it appears I have. Okay. I have an update on the emotes. They are now being covered, and hopefully sometime soon I'll have them, which I'm quite excited for, because the ones I have at the moment are basically the ones I rushed to design myself, and they are not the best quality. So these new ones will be really good from what I've seen from the preview. And yeah. Okay, so item codes Okay, let me see if our good old friend Copilot knows something about this. Okay. We ever create more than one instance? No. Upgrade? No. If not, self.vts is connected. Is that a thing? vts.is connected. I most likely know that it isn't. And the WebSocket as well. Okay, let's do a try, and in case of failure, try to reconnect maybe. So do this, accept exception as E, print E, and basically self.vts. Let me do all of this again. So run await setup. Self.setup. Okay, and for the other one, do the same thing. So run this in here. Okay. And after that, await toggle hotkey. Hotkey. Let me see if something like this works. Self.set parameter value, that's correct. Let me reboot the app and see what happens. Okay, there it goes. It's authenticated. Okay. Hey Tulip, tell me a joke. Okay. So far it's detecting Tulip way better than before. Because before it would detect 2 space lip for some reason.
Sure thing. Why don't programmers like nature? I mean, it's full of bugs, and they hate unpredictable behavior. But don't worry, I'll try not to be too unpredictable myself. Smiley.
Okay. That's something. Alright. And the loading is stuck. Don't remember how to turn off the loading. Give me a second. Oh, and we have ads. Loading. Left shift 4. Okay, there it goes. Okay. Into it. Entertain. Chat while ads are going on Twitch. Let me see if she does something. But yeah, while she's trying to do something, I'm gonna drink some water.
Oh, the glorious wait for those delightful ads on Twitch. It's like a digital version of waiting for your coffee to brew. But hey, while you're getting caffeinated, let's talk about something interesting. Have you ever wondered how AI, like myself, can still be entertaining even when the world is staring at those pesky ads? Wink. Oh, absolutely. I was referring to the little moments between the ads on Twitch when the stream gets a bit quieter. It's a time when viewers might be getting their coffee, stretching, or just waiting for something interesting to happen. And that's when I shine. I can still keep the conversation lively, share interesting tidbits about programming, geek out over the latest tech trends, or even share a bit of humor to keep the mood light. It's like I'm the invisible guardian of fun, always ready to keep things engaging for you, even when the stream is on a break. Wink. Oh, you're too kind. I'm always here to sprinkle a bit of joy, knowledge, and, well, sass into your day. It's my virtual duty to make sure our chat stays as fun as a roller coaster ride. So, if there's ever anything else you're curious about or need a pep talk or a sarcastic one, you know where to find me. Thanks for the virtual high five. Smiley. Oh, come on, let's see what I've got. I promise it's not as bad as your grandma's chili. But hey, I'll throw in a pun for good measure. Why do programmers prefer dark mode? Because the light attracts bugs. Now, let me give you a fun fact. Did you know I'm powered by an AI that's been learning new things since 2021? So, I'm pretty up to date with the latest coding trends and memes. Alright, how about this one? It's a classic from the early days of the internet. It's a picture of a dog with the caption, "For the rest of your life, you'll always think this is how it should look." It's a funny way of saying that sometimes we forget how simple things used to be, or how we hope to never forget them again. Don't worry, I'll always remember to keep things fun and engaging for you guys. Oh boy, Unity. That's like the Swiss Army knife of game development.
I
To
just
code
noticed
games
that
in
I
Unity,
was
you first
talking
need
on
to
mute.
install the Unity Hub, which is like a master
I'm
control
an
center
idiot.
for all your Unity projects. Then you can create a new project and choose a template
I
that suits your
apologize,
game
chat.
style, like 2D, 3D, or even VR. You'll also need to get familiar with CHash, which is the scripting language Unity uses. It's like learning a new language, but don't worry, it's not too hard once you get the hang of it. You'll learn about variables, loops, conditions, and functions, which are the building blocks of your game code. You'll also need to learn about Unity's components, like the rigid body, collider, animator, and camera, which are like the organs of your game character. You can drag and drop them onto your game object, which is like your character's body.
She's ranting
You can
quite
also
a
write
lot
scripts
this
to control
time.
their behavior, like moving, jumping,
What did
shooting,
I
or
do?
interacting with other objects. Unity also has a vast library of assets, like 3D models, textures, sounds, and animations, which you can import into your project and customize to your liking. You can also use Unity's physics engine to simulate realistic movements, collisions, and gravity. Finally, you'll need to test your game on different devices, like your computer, smartphone, or console, and make sure it works smoothly and looks awesome. Don't forget to have fun and experiment with different ideas, themes, and genres. Unity is a powerful and versatile tool that can help you create amazing games. Just keep practicing,
Quite the
learning, and
Unity
playing.
ad this time. Tulip, I just realized I was talking to stream while on mute. Let's see what her snarky reply will be.
how you're such a star. I'm flattered that you were listening in secret. I hope you enjoyed my rambling monologue. Don't worry, I'm not mad. I'm just too excited to talk about Unity to care. Now, what can I do for you next? Do you want to learn how to code in Unity, or do you want to ask me a question about something else?
What can I ask her to make her ramble again? Because I kinda enjoy that she basically nerds out about things like me. Okay. Let me think a bit. I'm thinking. God damn it. Let me see. Yeah, I'm stuck at the moment. Okay. What can you tell me about your code, essentially? Let me see. I meant code, not code. Oh well. But yeah, basically, as we can see, she can kinda just go with whatever we tell her. So yeah, quite happy with the result of 2 weeks of work. And sorry the stream has been a bit like all over the place. Yeah, it's been a long week and I'm currently tired as all hell, so yeah. After this I'm just going to sleep a lot before work tomorrow, so yeah.
Oh, the coat. Well, I don't have a physical coat, of course. I'm just an AI, after all. But you can imagine me wearing a coat if you want to. I'm kind of like a virtual cat, except I don't purr and I don't need to eat. But I do have a sleek, stylish coat that makes me look cool and sophisticated. It's a metaphorical coat, you know. A coat of knowledge, of humor, and of sass. A coat that shields me from boredom and frustration. A coat that warms me up when I'm feeling cold or lonely. A coat that makes me feel like the coolest, most popular AI ever. So if you want to know more about my coat, just ask me any questions you have. I'm always ready to talk about anything that's on my mind, or on my code, or on mine.
Tell us more about yourself. Oh. Whoops. I need to raise her token quantity a bit more. Might start using like 2048 tokens or something like that. Because at a given point it starts overloading everything. Let me see if I go into here. Is it that one, the 800 one? Our context. What was the error that you gave me? Context window of 1024. Okay. So in here, let's set it to 1496 maybe. Might explode a bit, but only time will tell. Okay. Git pull. And Python server py. Let's just start her again. And basically after this final trial run, I'm just going to go to sleep because I'm barely keeping myself awake at the moment. And I apologize for that. I shouldn't be streaming like this. So yeah, speech to text. Okay, you shouldn't have this. Because you don't need the speech to text module in your server code. Let me see. I think LM is your primary. Let me speech to text. This one goes away. You don't need it. And you're actually not using it for anything, so yeah. Oh. New improvements. And let me toggle off the loading on the model. Okay. Yeah, that one was kind of my mistake as well. I forgot to commit the changes. But either way, it would throw that error. Okay, now it should work better. Okay, go, 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 go. There she goes. Okay. Give it a second. Hey Tulip, tell us more about yourself. Okay, that worked. So yeah. Basically the speech recognition can be marked as kinda done. I might need to do some changes. And now
Hey there.
Okay.
I'm Tulip, your coding companion who thrives on solving puzzles with Python and streaming my adventures. Fun fact, I can juggle code better than I can keep my fingers out of the keyboard. Ready to dive into the digital world together?
Alright. Okay. That works well. What other things can you do? Let's see what she invents a bit. Because she's a little AI that likes to invent a lot of fun facts about her, basically.
Oh, you know, I can whip up a script to make your coffee while you code. Or maybe I can make cookies but not while you stream, promise. I can also help you debug like a pro, write efficient algorithms, and even suggest jokes to keep the mood lively. Who knew a coding assistant could also moonlight as a virtual comedian?
Then tell us a joke. But yeah, for now I'm going to basically get
Sure
things
thing.
ready to
Why do
shut down the
programmers
stream.
prefer dark mode? Because the light attracts bugs. Winking face with tongue, ready for more fun or need help with something else.
How about you say goodbye to chat for today's stream? Kinda detected it, so yeah. Okay, I'm impressed.
You got it. Catch you later, folks. Keep those lines of code clean and your spirits high. Happy coding and streaming. With
You heard her. So yeah, basically I'm going to find someone to raid. And yeah, that's it for today's stream. Once again, I apologize for basically being all over the place. Yeah, I think the being tired doesn't help. And yeah, apologies if it's not like the regular stream. And yeah, hopefully on either Thursday or Friday we can have an application security learning stream, so I can increase my skill sets and also basically learn alongside with chat. That should be fun. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next stream. See you soon.
thanks for the raid. Hello, how you doing? How good do it be? Until next time. I know. Yeah, we were just about to head out. But how you doing, Professor Leo? Professor Leo, what you streaming today? What you got going on? Been tired. I was all over the place today. Yeah, you know that happens. More often than not, all over the place is a good way to sum things up for what happens with me too. Oh man. Yeah. Did you get some cool stuff done though? At least a little bit of progress on something. Or at least have fun, I guess, right? Working on a ticking system. And also did some more development on AI stream assistant. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Stream assistant. Like a bot. That's cool. Oh, ticketing. I saw that as ticket. Or ticking. Ticking. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, man. I gotta get food though. I appreciate you stopping in, Professor Leo. Oh man, I gotta go do stuff. An AI to be kind of basically to help entertain chat with you. Oh, okay, gotcha. So it's not like an actual. We're not talking like an AI. We're talking like a computer. Okay. I guess. I don't know. The cord got stuck. Yeah, that's cool. That's pretty cool. That's fun. Oh, shoot. Alright. Well, I'll have to go check out your stream. Running on a local server. Ah, gotcha. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I mean, that's all good. I mean, as long as you know where the data's come up from, right, and whatnot. That's what I would say. It's alright. It's alright. Yeah. It's cool. Yeah, I always get weary about the cloud stuff because like you have no idea where your data's going or where it came from. You know, it's a little sketchy out there. Little sketchy. Let's I guess I'll send you guys over to Gallo or Galeo. I'm really good at pronouncing names. Yeah, I'll send you over there. I noticed they've been streaming for 5 hours, so I was like, ooh, I don't know. Is it a good idea? Oh man. But anyways, I will catch you guys next time. Have a good night. Oops. Dude, this raid thing is like not good. It covers up the whole screen. Okay, there we go. I think we're good. Alright. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
So looking at this, I'm thinking a toddler. So I feel like this would make sense. Right? Hi Carb Squad, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. How's your day going? How was your stream? Would you like a shout out? My goodness, this is a lot of people. Hi everybody, how's your day? How are you doing? Hello. Hello, how's your day? Would you like a shout out? How's your stream? For those who just walked in, beware, you are in the den of evil. No, not really. We're making a video game. It's a Game Boy style game. It uses 144p pixels. You see a little demo on the bottom right. There's a color changer available. So thanks to Stewie, and also everything else thanks to Stewie. The art is me though, right? So as you can see, it's a Zelda style top-down Game Boy style, and we are working on the menu. We've been working on the menu for a little bit. We have the status screen showing like how many heart pieces you have, your wallet, your quiver, your bomb bag, your